to get back into it. This last clip, the conversation me and Nene was having off camera was too good. I had to get us back on camera.
Yes.
One of the subjects we was talking about was just like relationships being harder, and in the midst of that, I had a revelation. Even though I kind of know a little bit, but I was like, I'm a quitter when it comes to relationships because I feel like I give up too easily. Like when stuff not feeling easy for me, like deuces.
Yeah, if certain things don't flow, if we pop up. And I know I started to feel that way myself, like in certain relationships when we would have arguments, because you're like, we're not supposed to argue all the time, but arguing is actually healthy in a
communicating,
sense.
Sort of.
Because you are communicating and you get to see those passionate moments, like things that trigger a person, things that make this person passionate, the fabric of who they really are,
how they, because it's a way to argue too.
Oh yes,
you know, some people disrespectful in their arguments, but like,
thank you.
Even if we having a disagreement, I still am conscious, no matter how upset I am, I'm still conscious to not be like disrespectful.
Right, thank you.
You know?
Because some people, when they think arguments, they think automatically it's disrespect. It's like it's not synonymous. I mean, like those things don't have to take place. You can, and you know what? I've heard this from like people who have been married for like long periods of time, that arguing is what saved them, because it just shows you care. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes if you're just docile, if you're quiet, if you never have any response, that means you really don't. That's what it means. You don't care. But the arguing shows your passion, and I want to see that. Not that I want to provoke you and be messy.
Let me know that you care a little bit.
Let me know you care.
Ooh,
That's what it's about. Because like, you know, I like to see that side of a person, because I'm like, okay, this is what makes you who you are. You know what I'm saying? You don't like this, and then you learn a person, and so guess what? You shouldn't be arguing about the same things over and over again. But sometimes it happens as other things evolve. But
I like that you say that, because I've been told I'm too nonchalant when there's like a disagreement, and because I don't get passionate like that, it comes off as if I don't care. But my whole thing is, I look at it as I'm trying to keep the peace, because I feel like if I match you, then we're not gonna be communicating.
Well, I'm not saying you have to match the person, but show some emotion.
Okay.
Because if you but it goes back to knowing your partner. Yeah. You got to know if this is how they respond to everything. I can't be offended when they don't respond or match my tone or mirror what I'm doing. Yeah. You got to know your partner. That's important. And you got to also know yourself. Okay. Exactly. But back to you like quitting. Yeah. Okay. So quitting too easily or whatever. I mean, I put up a good fight before I quit certain things. But when I'm done, I'm done. Yeah. But see, here's the thing. I'm the person that, you know, I overanalyze everything. I know myself. Okay. So I'm gonna think about, okay, well, what can I do? What did I say? What did I do? You have to put yourself under a microscope also, because at the end of the day, what you don't want to do is make your move too soon. Yeah. You can quit because you know, like, oh, this ain't healthy for me or whatever, but you gotta put yourself under a microscope and not make your moves too soon. You know what I'm saying? Because you can move too quickly, and guess what you're gonna be doing? Repeating the same cycle with somebody else, and then you're gonna get bitter, and then you're gonna poison the community with your bitter ass. I'm just saying, like, you know, that's how most of these videos get on social media about, oh, the black woman this, the black woman that. But you know, the black man, and I mean, I don't know, you know.
I feel that because I'm guilty of it, because. You know, my daddy told me this about myself, not even regarding relationships. I'm not good with math, right?
Oh, okay.
So I've always struggled with that subject in school, but like reading, history, and even science and stuff like that came easily to me. And he was like, it's not that you're not good at math, it just doesn't come as easily to you, and you have to put in a little more work for it. Yeah. But since you have to put in more work with that, you just push it to the side because you just so used to things coming easily to you. And that kind of like just taught me about myself too, because it's like, damn, when things are naturally easy for me, I just push it to the side instead of like putting more effort towards this, knowing it's like a weakness. I just like brush it off altogether, you know. And that's like something that and I'm in high school when he told me that, and that's still something that I battle with to this day. I guess I'm just like spoiled in a sense where I just want things to come like easy to me. So when I feel like when it goes even into relationships, when I feel like this is not easy for me, so I'ma just push you to the side because
it must not be for
me.
Must
not be for me.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like you taking two things that make sense separately and trying to piece them together to make it fit your situation, and that's not it. You just got to further put yourself under a microscope and like dig for the root cause on your end, and then bring it to your partner and try to talk to them about it. But if y'all can't have a civil conversation, I mean, and domestic violence is like not gonna get it. Like that's all. I ain't saying try in a domestic situation. That's gonna be a no-go right there. But you gotta try to come together and figure out the root cause so that you can grow, because that helps you grow if you want to grow. And every relationship is not meant to be a happily ever after. It's supposed to be your lesson ground so that you can move on and get prepared for who is really out here. That's why I advocate like the real dating, like you really single till you married, for real.
Okay, so I hear that a lot and I get it technically, you know what I'm saying, because when you're filling out paperwork and stuff like that, when it comes down to assets and stuff, like you don't have any obligations to that. But if you're in a relationship with someone and you're committed, right, you're not single, like you belong to somebody.
Okay, you do. It really depends on what you all have discussed in the relationship. Like whether you want to have that commitment and y'all just, nobody else is on the radar. I mean, everybody has the opportunity to create their own reality. Yeah. For real. You create it. But so who am I to tell you what to do? But I ain't telling you to say, hey, do you want it to just be me and you? Because then you'd be a damn fool, because I guarantee it, that somebody is going to be out here playing the field or whatever. Because really, like women, we are quick to make any kind of relationship to mirror a marriage, what we want a marriage to be. And we shouldn't be so quick to fucking do that. We should.
I feel guilty.
I mean, I've done it myself. Yeah, I mean, attacked. I ain't attacking you.
I know. I just feel it because I feel it so deep in my soul.
Oh, like, you feel conviction.
Yeah.
And that happens.
That.
Yeah, we do that. We try to make it like that's our marriage. Like we try to do everything, but sometimes it's not ordained for you to operate in that capacity within that relationship. So, girl.
And so that goes back to the whole quitting situation, because it's like, all right, so if something like when things start happening, it's like, well, maybe this wasn't ordained for us. But it's like at the end of the day, at the same time, like things still do happen. You're gonna have trials in your relationship. But my whole thing is like, how many tribulations are you supposed to go through in a relationship before you call it a quits? It's like, I don't want you to take me to hell.
Right, and you don't have to go there. That's why it's important for you to be in tune with your own soul to know what you can handle and what you cannot handle. Now, if the people in the streets see something that you don't see, maybe you need to take that wise counsel. I ain't talking about a bitter ass friend, okay? I'm talking about if everybody is seeing it and they had the courage enough to say something to you, then maybe you need to say, well, you know what? Let me look at it from this perspective. Maybe I need to exit the relationship if it's pure disrespect or neglect or something like that. But it's very, very important that you put yourself under the microscope so that you can know. I will reiterate that. Know yourself. If you single, you know what I'm saying? If you're dating somebody, that's still your opportunity before you get into a marriage, like by law kind of thing. Because at that point, you've promised to be with each other in the sight of God. You see what I'm saying? But you got to know what you can handle and know when to walk away. Like, it's a feeling in your soul that you'll know when time is up. You will. Trust me.
It's hard, man, because it's like, a lot of times we just get attached. A lot of us have attachments and we don't have love. We think we love people, but it's like eventually if you're in close proximity with someone long enough, you probably gonna grow to love them. And it's like, do I love you? Do you love me? Or are we attached to each other? Do you like what I do for you? Do I like what you do for me? You just been around long enough to where we just have this kinship with each other. But is it love? You know,
I think all of that is love and some more. It's
okay.
all of that and some more,
okay.
though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And love, like, again, that's a feeling that you feel in your soul.
Yeah.
Like, my soul is my compass.
Mm.
Like, if I get the wrong vibe, you know, people are big on talking about vibes, but do we really understand that? What it means, like a vibration and what all that is. Like, if the vibe ain't right, come on,
we ain't right. If the vibe ain't right, we ain't right.
Facts.
That's just, you know, because with marriage, you know, I'm not married. You're married, and I got a couple friends who are married, who are getting married, and some who are having issues, you know, and it's just like I try to be that friend where it's like, did you try everything? You know, you sure? Because it's like if you decided to take it there and you said, this is my person who I want to be with, like, are you exhausting every option? I feel like in marriages you can go to hell.
Wait a minute. Go a little deeper. What do you mean?
So remember how I was saying I don't want you to take me through hell?
Okay.
I feel like because you're married, there probably gonna be a little more trials and tribulations because you can't just easily walk away from that.
Okay.
So you probably will put up with more because that's your husband or your wife, like that's your spouse, and like shit happens, but it's like because it's supposed to be to death do us part.
Yeah, that's what the vows say.
So that's why I'd be like, okay, I don't want you to take me through hell, but we're probably gonna go through hell together because if we really in this thing, like nothing's supposed to break us.
Right, that's what commitment is about. It's different layers of love. Yeah. Like, okay, I can love you, but am I willing to sacrifice for you? It's so much more. Marriage is so much more than just love alone. Yeah. Because sometimes the love fades. Okay. Yes. And then, but is your commitment there? Do I love this person still just enough to want them to thrive and be happy in myself? Am I happy with this and what we got going on? Okay. Are we accomplishing some things? Are we building? Okay. Are you really and truly my life partner? And we can brick by brick get to where we both want to be? You know what I'm saying? Love, a marriage is so much more than just love.
So when you say like a marriage is more than love, but you still, how do you still like decide to be committed if like the love not there? Is it because it's an obligation?
It depends. It's on a case-by-case basis. Okay. Because me, myself, my husband, and I, we don't have any children. Yeah. Right? So I'm not obligated to stay together for the family. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got to stay for the family. But it's something within us, like when we feel like we're at our wits' ends, and I've heard this from many married couples. Every married couple be questioning like, is this it? Or is this over? Maybe we should just call it quits. Yeah. Because like, you know, the people, you're supposed to grow within the marriage. You really are. Yeah,
it's a growth.
You know, it is a growth.
It's a growth. Like I was telling Nene earlier off camera, I was reading my Bible and it had a section on marriage and it was saying the same things that you were saying, how marriage is not necessarily about love. It's choosing someone you're willing to grow with for the rest of your life, and those won't always be comfortable situations. And that's one of the reasons why they call it growing pains, because you're growing and you're finding someone like your partner is like your mirror. They're a reflection of you. So a lot of times the person you choose to marry, they're a reflection of you, and they're showing you need to grow in this area, and you're also showing your partners, hey, you need to grow in this area, and like you're just a reflection of each other. Yeah. So when I read that, I was like, wow, it gave me a different perspective on marriage, because it's like we got this shit wrong. We think like, I love you. Ooh, we're going to have some beautiful babies. I just want to be with you for the rest of my life. We're going to go on honeymoon. We're going to get this house, you know? Yeah. And that's not what it is.
You're not looking at the real.
That's like your war partner.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you know? Like your iron is supposed to sharpen their iron, and you're supposed to like be stronger because of it. Yeah. And that's why it's important to know yourself. And you got to also have somebody that won't back down and give up easily. Yeah. Like you got to get somebody that match, you know what I'm saying, that is as strong as you or stronger.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because there are going to be times when you have to carry the weight of your spouse.
Yeah.
Through depression, layoffs, medical shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I've experienced that already in 2 years.
They say the first 3 years of marriage is the hardest, you know. So I could believe the tribulations because they say the first, you know, everybody think the first couple years are gonna be like the honeymoon years, but they say that's when you're tested the most, you know. And I guess you just have to endure because like it could be sunny on the other side. You know, we're not even talking about like her situation in particular, but just everyone who's married, they say it may not be the case for everyone, it's a case-by-case situation, but they do say that the first 3 years in marriage are like some of the toughest years you're gonna have, you know, because it's new. Like, you're my life partner now. I've been doing life by myself, and now I have to do it with someone else.
Oh, and let's take it to another level, and I will get personal.
Okay.
I'm an only child.
Oh yeah.
So it's worse for me because number one, I'm used to having my own space, not sharing it with somebody. And then I'm mad at you and I see you coming back in the bedroom. Ooh. Like, for real, like, what you doing in here?
That pissed me out too. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, I had the only child syndrome, and I'm not gonna lie about that. It was an adjustment having someone. I've never lived with even a boyfriend.
Yeah, neither have I.
Never.
And I
ain't shacked up as old folks call because I'm old people baby, but that's another story. But I never shacked up because mama, you know, and daddy wasn't going for that shit.
Man, so it's just so much, but it's just I just be trying to figure out, like, I just try to become better, like, because I always, every relationship teaches you something, so you're able to take it and apply it to the next relationship. Be like, oh, I ain't gonna do this what I did with my ex. You know, I'm gonna be better in that area. So you do be better in that area, but it's like, damn, then you learn something else because different people bring out different things. That's so it's like, I done mastered this skill what I was messing up on, but now I got a whole nother issue. You know, like how. You know, but
it's life, girl. Life is because you're gonna have trials, tribulations, and you're gonna evolve as a person.
Yeah,
relationships are the same thing. You know, we evolve. Like, you know, whether that is together or apart. Unfortunately, some of them it's like no resolution. It's nothing. They've exhausted all options. But you know, either you. I mean, it does make you a better person because at the end of the day, guess what? So. You were born alone and you died alone. So it makes you a better person on your particular journey. So it's good gonna come out of it whether the relationship lasts or not.
It's a lesson in everything.
Yes,
you know. I just, you know, I believe in love, and I'm like, you know, I like to see people happy, you know, but it's like no one stays together.
Nowadays.
But then we could say nowadays, but it's like then we could think about like the old days. Were they even happy? You know, like we were talking about the women. I hear a lot of men say, you know, how they want stuff to be how grandma and granddad was, but was grandma happy? Because a lot of times in those situations, grandma wasn't even happy, or she didn't have the resources. We were saying like she couldn't work. A lot of women couldn't get bank accounts without their husbands being present. You know, voting, just a bunch of things. Like they didn't have their true independence. So now that women are making more money and they're in the workplace more, relationships have kind of faltered a little bit, you know.
But that's not the reason why. This is the reason why. Technology, the gift Instagram and the curse. I got something to prove my case now because women, we can, you know what I'm saying, we already investigative by nature, but now I can see, oh, you were here at this certain time. I can see your location.
She like 6 pictures in a row. Who is this? Because everybody else liking it, but she got a heart every time.
What's this kissing face for? What is that? What is this heart
Why
for?
She laughing at everything you say?
Okay, all right, it ain't the heart, but why is the heart that color? What y'all got going on?
Right. Why she got the red heart? She need to be using purple, like a purple for platonic. Purple, the peace, keep the peace, keep it pushing peace. Purple hearts, platonic friendship. But this hoe put the red heart. That means she really love you.
Love. Everybody know red. Valentine's Day love. That bitch need to use a black heart.
Tell these hoes use purple hearts because that means platonic. Purple for platonic. Don't be using a red heart. Like what? Yeah,
that's
crazy.
For me.
That's for me. Crazy, right?
Yeah, but I mean, social media. A phone, period. Man. You got more options. Yeah. Back in the day, shit, great grandpa had to take a horse and buggy to see his side bitch to see if she was even at home to cheat. Hell, I'm out here fighting in the snow and shit. Right. I don't even know if this bitch available or if a nigga home.
You had to goddamn plow the snow out the yard before you could. Like, boy, that's one thing about back in the days. Like, if you cheated back in the days, you was dedicated. Like, imagine having to shovel snow out the driveway just to go see your side
to get a side piece.
But the shit niggas do for some puss.
Oh, they do.
What? Ooh. Like, man, a dude will walk 12 miles in the rain for some pussy.
My dad told me he used to walk 20 miles to see his girlfriend. I was like 20 miles. I don't know who was working 20 miles. I wouldn't even walk 20 miles.
Balls be all sweaty at the time.
Did you shower?
Right. And you done walked it off. You done walked the shower off. By then, shit.
You're too tired to even cheat or to have relations, depending on your situation.
And that's how they used to get caught, because they used to fall asleep over there.
Yeah, used to fall asleep.
Because they had to walk to the pros.
And then everybody knows in the morning the dick is harder, so that's how you get up with a side, baby.
Why is it, though? Because, you know, why is it hard in the morning?
Because the sun rising, that rising. A lot of times, dudes, I found this out. Mm-hmm. I don't know if the fellas would agree. Mm-hmm. But I've heard that it be hard because you gotta pee.
Okay.
So you gonna give me some pissy dick in the morning? Nah, bro, go pee.
So it'd be harder. It'd be like things like, it's just like a couple things about guys like I don't understand. I always be trying to like figure it out. But like a guy will get like butt booty naked and come and try to slang the hardest meat. But he'll keep his socks on. Like, why you took off everything but your socks?
Because some of them be slip proof.
Really?
Yeah. And if you got them slipper ass flows. Ooh. But then, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, toes get cold. If your toes cold.
Meat don't get cold?
I mean, it do, but it's in some warm puffs.
Okay. You right. You know? You right.
And then
you right.
And that warm
like these dudes will come over your house, bring Hennessy, a 12-piece wing, some playing cards, but won't bring no condoms.
But why you bringing 12 pieces? Because I need that by myself. Is that an offering for me? 12 pieces, we gonna share this? Get your cheap ass out of here. I'm sending you back out.
I knew this girl, right? So we was a flight attendant, we was living in the house or whatever. And she was kicking it with this dude. And he took her to get something to eat. And they had to share a 10-piece dinner.
Well, 10 pieces of what, though?
10 pieces of wings. And I think he ate like 7.
Were they big wings?
It don't matter. Why? First of all, why are we sharing a meal on a date? Why are we sharing a meal on a date?
Was he broke?
Yeah, that's what it was saying.
I mean, yeah, but did he verbalize that to her
That's what it was. When she told more details, it's like, okay, he was broke.
But did she know that before they left?
No. I don't think so.
Whoa.
She didn't know until she was hungry and they went to get something to eat. Then he brought back one plate. Was like, we could just share this. You ain't that hungry, are you? That's what that nigga said.
Nah, bro, you get dismissed quick. Like, sharing. Got me up here in this establishment and we sitting here looking like Lady in the Tramp.
Sharing the noodles and shit.
Sharing a noodle bowl.
Yeah. But that was our take on relationships and stuff. Like I said, I'm working on myself. I am trying not to be a quitter in a relationship because there are certain things that I do want, but it's like you have to realize like the error in your ways at some point. And it's you know, taking my ego out of stuff, and it's like I'm able to admit to certain things. Like, okay,
that's great. That's growth.
Yeah. You was fucking up right here. You ain't on your best, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, but it's just like I say, battling that line of like, am I giving up too soon, or how much do I fight? How much is enough? Like, should we be arguing like this? Should there be like the energy shift like every so often? Like, how much is enough? So
hey, your soul will tell you. Yeah. Your soul will tell you when time's up. Mm-hmm. Like, you remember those little old school, and I'm probably telling my age here, but those little timers they used to set in school?
Yeah.
And then it would go ding. Yeah. Something in your soul will say, ding, this is it.
That's good.
This is it.
That's good.
It will ding.
Yeah, that alert just lets
you know what I'm saying, because you will come to yourself.
Yeah,
you will come to yourself. You know how
like, and I will come by myself.
If I have to, technology gift. But sometimes it's a curse. But you will really come to yourself, and it's just like something will be so draining in your soul, and you just can't carry on. Yeah. You like, I can no longer live like this. My mama let me tell you the first thing start going. My mom and daddy raised me better than this. I love myself.
You start remembering who you are. Like, I would have never done this for the other people, but I'm doing this for you. This out of my character.
Yeah, it's out of my character. You will, like, it might hit one morning, you brushing your teeth and you look at yourself in the mirror and you don't even recognize yourself. Yeah. And I ain't saying because somebody abused you. Yeah. It's because you are drained, like your energy. You can tell when you've had,
and you're settling for less than what you should.
When you love right, you look pretty good.
That's true.
You do. You look pretty
good.
That's
true.
I ain't got my makeup on today, but
that's true. But it's a natural glow.
Yeah.
It's a natural glow. So I like that when you love good, you look good.
Yeah. You can tell when somebody is like draining somebody's soul.
Yeah, be looking dead in the face.
I'm talking about like going on.
Corpse, motherfucker.
Like the Walking Dead.
Be ashy. They got this, the luster is gone.
Yeah, it's like, gone.
They be ashy.
Yeah.
People who aren't loved correctly look ashy. You just said it. We just said it. So yeah.
Look at Ashley.
Yeah.
You know.
I look ashy. Ashy. No, I don't look ashy.
You don't look ashy at all.
Okay.
You look great, sis.
Thank you.
I love it.
You do too.
Oh, okay. It took you a long time to say this.
No,
I don't know what you're trying to say. That little weird ass delay. Look, I don't know. Like,
my mind be in a bunch of different directions, but this was so fun. Like I got to catch up with my friend. This is my friend.
This is my friend.
For
a while, she was my buddy until she got promoted to friend. Like, for a while, we were like, hey,
damn, that means 8 months ago, I just became your friend.
Shit! That's not true.
Yeah.
The pandemic did something.
Yeah. Damn, I only been her friend for a whole year.
That's not true. You've been my friend longer than that, but you would always call me buddy, and I was just like,
I was going off your energy.
I was giving buddy energy.
You would call me buddy, so I call you buddy.
That's because you called me buddy before.
But you called me buddy first.
You know I'm a Libra. I'm petty sometimes.
Man, look, we ain't gonna get to that. We ain't gonna even look. I'm so glad I'm not a Libra.
I'm so glad I ain't a lying ass, pretending I'm a virgin ass Virgo. Anyway.
God, I love Virgo.
I mean, I love Kirby. Kirby's an awesome. Let me tell you something. You are great. You are wonderful. You have the most creative mind.
Thank you.
Like outside of you are in a group of people that are like master creators in my opinion. Like you are an amazing person, and I can't wait till the world just like really knows. Like everybody in the world knows who you are.
Thank you, and look. The same to you, because you know I call you all the time, like Nene, or I'll see you posting something. I'm like, yo, just keep doing that. You know, I try to say stuff without fully pushing you because I know how you are, but I still
and I gotta get out of that. I gotta get out of that
because I know you be like going through your own things, and you may be like, oh, I don't want everybody just to, you know how you know, because I know that you know what you're supposed to be doing. So I try to be like, you need to be out here, but it's just like I see you keep doing that, like so. I just thank you and I appreciate you so much, and I'm glad you came out here. We over time because she's like, you got me to 5. Look, it's
it's
almost 7, but I'm just so happy because like you are, man, like I said, you a fountain too, and a wealth of knowledge. Like you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom.
Thank you.
And I want to see you apply every facet of your life that you want to, because we done talked about like goals and dreams and stuff like that, and you have like dreams that are out of this world. And I feel like you're a superstar.
Thank you. And I received that, and I am, and you are also.
Thank you. So
we're gonna be at the top.
We're gonna be at the top because I ain't gonna tell them about the dream, but Nene had a dream that we somewhere doing something spectacular, and it's like every year that passed, I'd be like, when is this gonna come to fruition? Because Nene, she be manifesting some stuff for real, and I'm just ready for this dream to like happen in real life because it's amazing. But let the people know
it's on the way
where they can follow you at.
Hey, You can follow me on everything social media at Nene Dodd. And, you know, I'm a little country, so N like Nancy.
Yeah.
E like Edward. N like Nancy. E like Edward.
Okay.
E like Edward. That's how you spell Nene.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm 19. I ain't gonna tell my age. Nene, okay? Nene Dodd. D like David. Oh, D like David. D like David. Nene Dodd on everything social media.
Follow her. She's funny, y'all.
Thank you.
And y'all just gotta be there for the come up, because it's good to see people's come up, and y'all about to watch her come up.
Woo!
Quick and in a hurry, because it's time. It's time.
It's time.
It's harvest time.
It is. Yes.
It's harvest time.
Don't make me do laps around here.
We've been planting our seeds, and God has been watering them, and now the harvest is about to come.
Yes.
Last thing, I just need you to tell the people about Social Key Venue. How much, what you think about this place?
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Clean, okay?
Yeah.
Clean. You can't say that about every event space. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I really love what y'all have going on with like the green wall.
Thank you.
And the Social Key, I mean, like how it's placed there. I mean, it's a beautiful space.
Thank you.
And I look forward to having some events here, one day soon.
Yeah.
But you should really support it. It's a beautiful place. It's easily accessible from the expressway.
Mm-hmm.
It is a wonderful place to have your next event.
Yeah.
So
Social Key Venue, y'all. Thank you. So this was a great conversation once again.
Yes, always.
We're going to do this more, because we here.
My pleasure.
Yeah, we here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course.
I love the space. I love being here. And I love you, friend.
I love you, friend.
Oh, that's what more sisterly love. That's what we need instead of help us hating on each other. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
Yeah, we do need more. That was